Hello, my dear friends. Well, today is the 11th of December if you're listening to this on the day it's released, and that is the day that I wanted you to be through with all of your Christmas preparations, which include decorating. That means the tree and all the things. Um, if you're going to send Christmas cards, that those have been addressed and stamped and put in the mail. Christmas presents all purchased or at least ordered and on the way very shortly, and everything that you have in the home wrapped. That will give you 2 weeks of real Christmas enjoyment. And I'm really excited for you to be able to do that. If you haven't, I hope that you strive to get that done by Saturday, because that time before Christmas is such a special time, a time to really sit and reflect on the season, share all the pretty little things that we like to do at Christmas with our family and children, etc. But I want to talk about something different today, and I want to talk about what you're getting for Christmas. You know, I believe in self-care, and one of the things that I find most women do is some of you have spouses that will buy presents for you, and that's wonderful, and they'll wrap them, etc. So this is not for you. But for those of you who don't get presents, then I'm going to recommend, even if you live alone, that you buy some things for yourself when they come in the mail or when you get them home from the store, that you don't look at them and inspect them and touch them and fiddle with them, but you wrap them immediately and put them under the tree to you from Santa. And on Christmas morning, you will have something to unwrap and enjoy. I know that this is a little late in the season to address this, but I want you to remember this so that you can do it next year. I like certain things. I'm older, and there are certain things that I already have. I don't need a lot of things, but I usually order things for myself throughout the year. A book, nail polish, just different things. And so this year, I've ordered some things for myself, and I gave them to my husband, and I said, please wrap them for me for Christmas, because these are the things I want. And he did the same thing. And we've been doing that for years. And it's really helpful because you get what you really want. And it just alleviates the pressure from the spouse to get you the perfect gift, because I remember knowing people in my life who didn't like what they got and they would take it back. And what a mess that is. Why not just get something that you love from the beginning, and that day at Christmas you can have 4 or 5 things. I see my little stocking, that little white thing, that's the top of my stocking. It's already got 3 things in it. I know what they are, but I haven't gotten them out and looked at them and tried them on, or smelled them or whatever. They're in my stocking. Mr. B, his stocking is at the other side, and his is red, and there are a couple things in there for him. And there are things wrapped under the tree, and there's a big thing right there. That's for Larry and me, together. And we both wanted it, so we got it and wrapped it up. We didn't open it. We didn't take it out of the box. And I'll tell you what it is after Christmas. But there are things under the tree for us, along with the things for my family that are wrapped. And I'll tell you, when I record this, it's Sunday before Wednesday, and I still have some things that haven't come in yet. But everything I have in the home is wrapped and ready to go. And those things that haven't come in yet, as soon as they come in, they go immediately into the wrapping. I don't know if you can see it, but there's that right there in that corner. That's my wrapping paper. And down below it are the bags and the tissue and the tape and the tags and all that. That's where I keep it, right there in the entryway. And as soon as everything's wrapped, that is going to be put away or thrown away if there's not very much left, if there's just little scraps left. Okay. So I want you to think about things that you've ordered for yourself throughout the year that you could have stopped ordering in the month of December and said, this is what I want, and sent the link to someone, or said, ooh, I'm getting this. And then when it comes, you say, ooh, you know what? This needs to be a Christmas present from somebody else to me, like my spouse, or from Santa Claus if it's just you, okay? All right, so I'm glad I addressed that, because there are too many of you who have sorry little Christmases, and there's no reason for that. You should have some things that you love and open on Christmas Day. Have some eggnog or some hot cocoa, listen to the Christmas songs, watch some Christmas movies, all those wonderful things that you do, whether you're alone or you're with other people. Everyone is a child at Christmas, and so you need something to open. And so I wanted to talk to you about that today. Now, as far as everything else goes, I'd like you to leave your Christmas up until you get tired of it, or January 1st, whichever comes first. Now, I know some of you have different things and different situations where you need to leave it up longer, but I like to take my Christmas tree down January 1st or the day after, depending on when that day falls in the month. If it's a weekend, I take the tree down after that. So we can really get the full-blown Christmas experience. And there are 4 weeks of Christmas in the church calendar called Advent. And we are in, as I'm recording this, we are in week 2 of the Advent calendar. So there's 2, and then we'll be in week 3, and then week 4, it's Christmas. And it's right in the middle of week 4. So that's Advent this year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate something else like Hanukkah or whatever, and no one's getting you presents, I'm imploring you to get some things for yourself. I think that it's just as important to have something to open so you don't feel like a martyr on the holidays. And just as I think it's important for you to take care of your skin, your hair, your body, your bedding, where you're putting your body, your clothes, it's important that your environment and your existence is celebrated. And this is a way to celebrate yourself. If others aren't celebrating you, and some of you do have people celebrating you, that's wonderful. But if they're not, celebrate yourself, because there's only one of you and you're very, very special. And I am so excited for you for January, because in January, after we have rested and we've enjoyed this holiday and then we've cleaned it up, and the cleanup isn't going to be hard. And we're going to talk about that a little more around the the end of the month. I'm not going to give you a date. Well, it probably will be let's see what that date will be. Probably be the 26th, the day after Christmas. We'll talk about the cleanup that's going to happen. And then when I'm talking to you on January 2nd, we can have that done or being close to be done so that we can start our year off. But we're not going to stress. It's not going to be hard. If you have decorated and you just threw all the boxes and bags in a corner under the stairway or wherever you're keeping things, it's going to be harder to put all these things away. If you are careful with the containers they come in, so if you haven't done it yet, like this is a 22-year-old nativity scene. I still have the box and the original styrofoam and the holes that those things fit in and the little bags that they go in before I put them in there. And I'm very careful with them and put them, I have to take the little nativity scene apart with a little screwdriver and put it all away. And it makes me happy. It's not something that's hard to do. I take my time and put it away and slide it into the box, and the box gets put away for the year so that I know it's safe and it's going to last another year. And I'm going to put it out on its 23rd year and 24th and 25th, etc. So that's one example. For these, I wrap all the balls in tissue paper and put them in a certain box. Some of these have their original boxes. I have 24 that have their original boxes that they go in. And I put them in there carefully. I don't have a whole pile because it's a smaller tree. It's 6 feet tall, but it's called a pencil tree. But the surface holds a lot of my original ornaments that I've had for years. I have gotten rid of some, but that's another thing you can do. So if you're young and vibrant, and you've got lots of things and lots of energy, great. But still, put your things up nicely, not so they won't break, so they won't chip, so they won't scratch, so they won't get ruined. And that's how things last a long time. Taking good care of the things you love, just like you take care of your clothes and yourself and your children and your spouse and your home. We always want to take good care of the things we love. All right, so that's what we were talking about today. It's called Give Yourself a Little Christmas. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas. And always remember to be beautiful, because you are beautiful.